This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about DeVonta Smith almost dissed the Cowboys. Also, we got to talk about the Eagles' best kept secret in Moro Ojomo. And lastly, we're going to talk about Jordan Mailata getting the respect he deserved. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we hop straight into the main topics, one of the big talks been about is like Bryce Huff and how he failed in Philadelphia. And a guy that was in the locker room with Bryce Huff spoke about him. And let me play this clip.
Just think with the Jets, it was just that defense, man. I know what it's like playing in that 4-3 wide nine, go get it. Every play, it's always stop the run on the way to the quarterback. That's the slogan in that type of defense. So that's what it's all. I feel like it's all scheme. I mean, I've seen different guys flourish in different systems, and then you see them get in another system. It's different. And what they asked of them this year, it just wasn't a great marriage, I would say, because I know Huff can rush. I see him doing all that, but sometimes it's just different with the type of scheme and what people ask of you and they want you to be able to do. And maybe it just wasn't that for Vic Fangio or I mean, you don't really know. I mean, I just know that he a baller, man, and he hopefully for him, I want it to be a win-win for the team and win for him. But in this case, I want him to be happy, go out if it's here or somebody somewhere else, I want him to be able to go show what he can these prime years for him.
See, Brandon Graham kept it real. It's just one of those things. The system didn't fit him. Whereas though he was in a wide nine, going to chase the quarterback, that worked for him in New York. Now he goes to the defensive coordinator or the head coach. That was in New York. Now defensive coordinator, and maybe he can, get his career going again. So Brandon Graham kept it real. Just really wasn't a fit. That's all I've been saying. It wasn't a fit with Bryce Huff. Another quick hit I want to go over. Washington Commanders are straight losers. Straight up losers. Because there's a report going out like the Commanders just knew they was going to lose in the NFC Championship game and they was just happy to be there. But let me play this clip.
The day of the NFC Championship, someone I know who is very well plugged in said the Commanders know they're going to get their asses kicked today, and they're just kind of bracing for it. It's like, come on, man. I mean, no, I know people in the building, they know what's coming. And it's like, well, maybe they're just preparing for the worst. Like, no, they know that the Eagles are dramatically better than they are.
To be fair to Washington, it is coming from Mike Florio. Everybody said he give out bad reports, the worst news ever. So we're going to take that with a grain of salt. But if the Commanders went into the game knowing they were going to lose, which is the truth, and it happened, that's just a loser mentality, man. That is straight up loser stuff. But a guy that loves to win but keep being disrespected is DeVonta Smith. So Fox put out a top 10 list from his draft class. It got to be some shock value in there. And they decided not to add DeVonta Smith. Now, a guy he should easily replace is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence got the longest leash in the NFL I ever seen in my life. First, he was in college. Everybody just said he gonna transcend the NFL, this, that, and the third. Been a huge disappointment. He haven't been that good. Let's be honest. So, look, I don't get the Trevor Lawrence love, and I just don't get the DeVonta Smith disrespect. To me, DeVonta Smith is the most underrated, most underappreciated guy in the NFL. And it's not to put it on AJ Brown. AJ Brown is just that good, and sometimes it can overlook, or you can overlook DeVonta Smith. But DeVonta Smith is like that. He can take over a game. Before he got hurt against the Saints, he was about to go off. He was about to go crazy that game, but he got hurt, and Dallas Goedert had one of his best games ever, and we won that game. But trust me, DeVonta Smith can't take over a game. To me, he's just selfless. He's a selfless guy. And speaking of DeVonta Smith, my personal opinion, he should have dissed the Cowboys, but he held back. He held back. But let me play this clip.
How many Super Bowls do you think you'll win before the Cowboys get one?
I ain't gonna speak on that. We're gonna leave that where it's at.
You hear when Quinyon Mitchell is mentioned with Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, they got to throw a shot or two. Look, he's like, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. So I like that. I like that by DeVonta Smith. He just keeping it classy. He gonna see them when he see them. You know, even though they diss us every single chance they get, from the owners to the players to the fans, but we keep it classy. We keep it classy in Philadelphia. So shout out to DeVonta Smith, man. I think he's gonna have a wonderful year. And another guy I think who's gonna have a wonderful year is Moro Ojomo. So I've been talking about Ty Robinson a lot. I had to just circle back because Moro Ojomo was like my steal of the draft when we got him in the 7th round. I'm like, ooh, he fell that low. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna be a steal for sure. And before we got Ty Robinson, the reason why we was like really comfortable with moving on with Milton Williams was the development of Moro Jomo. But let's go over some numbers. So according here to Word on the Birds, also PFF, Moro Jomo in 2024 had the 5th highest defensive tackle pass rush rate with 82.6 and the 3rd highest defensive tackle pass rush win rate 18%. And you got to remember, there's no knock on Jordan Davis. The reason why we was comfortable with cutting his snaps is because we knew what we had in Moro Jomo. So Moro Jomo could go into this year and really take over and make a big name for himself and get a big contract. Would it be with us? I don't know. Would it be with another team? Possibly. But this is his opportunity. Milton Williams not there. You got Ty Robinson, who's a rookie, who I think is going to get a lot of playing time, but he's still a rookie. And Moro Jomo could really eat. This is his time because Jalen Carter is going to command a lot of double teams, and Moro Jomo can eat. Even when Ty Robinson coming, he can eat. Don't sleep on Thomas Booker too. He can eat as well. So look, I expect big things from Moro Jomo. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year, but he's our secret. Like, a lot of people don't talk about Moro Jomo on our defensive line. Like, outsiders, of course, the fans and the content creators know. A lot of people talk about Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. People don't talk about Jalen Hunt yet, but you know, it's just the Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith show to the outside. But we know who the real guys are, or the underrated guys. I ain't gonna say real guys, the underrated guys like the Jalen Hunt, who can go off, like the Moro Dromos that can go off. And you know, Ty Robinson been our thing in Philadelphia, but he gonna turn some heads for sure. Definitely. Let's get into this last topic. Jordan Mailata. Jordan Mailata was rated as the best tackle in football going into the next season by PFF. Lane Johnson was 5th. Now, look, we can look at Jordan Mailata for that Protector of the Year award. He's going to be in the running. I think we got 2 guys, legitimately 3. You got Landon Dickerson, who could be in that talk for that award. Jordan Mailata could be in talk for that award, and Lane Johnson. Now, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle for that award, man. And that's what, and like the organization, that's really, really good. Then you still got Cam Jurgens, who's going to come back from his injury and go crazy. So we got some dogs on that O line, man. We definitely do. But it was good to see 2 guys from Philly in the top 5 by PFF. Now, is PFF like the end all be all? Absolutely not. They're not the end all be all. But you know, you get like how people feel outside of Philadelphia. You get a measure on these guys because PFF supposed to be the guys that do a lot of studying from all teams, and for them to have our guy 1 and one of our guys 5th, it is a good feeling. So with Jordan Mailata also, he just got to stay healthy too. Jordan Mailata been nicked up, but we've been so good at having like a rotation of guys. Like Fred Johnson did a hell of a job to the point where, you know, the Jaguars got him, and he was holding it down. He wasn't no Jordan Mailata, but he was holding it down for sure. So I want to see Jordan Mailata play a full season. I want to see him play a full season. Lane Johnson did really good last season. I know he got nicked up or like a concussion in the Saints game, but overall, he ain't had that ankle problem or anything like that. So I just want to see our guys healthy. If we healthy majority of the year, it's going to be a long season for other teams because we're going to have that same year. A lot of teams got lucky that A.J. Brown got hurt a couple games, or DeVonta Smith was dealing with a hamstring all year. Even Dallas Goedert, he got hurt. Jalen Hurts got hurt. Like, we dealt with some injuries. The one guy that stayed really healthy all year was Saquon Barkley, but everybody else was dealing with some nicked up injuries. And again, back to Jordan Mailata, if he can stay healthy majority of the year, whereas though he don't have to go on, the IR or anything like that. Yeah, man, that's what I'm hoping for Jordan Mailata, and he's in that talk for that Protector of the Year award. Somebody from Philly getting that Protector of the Year award. I'm just saying. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? DeVonta Smith kept it classy. Jordan Mailata, will he get the Protector of the Year award? And will Moro Ojomo flourish into the defensive tackle we want? But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.